Upper90studios.com.
Fantasy Premier League tips and cheats. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm not going to waste any time on this video. I'm just going to review Game Week 10, and then I'm going to show you my transfers and tips on the key players for Game Week 11. I'm going to start with a positive, and that's the players I sold. Luka Digne and Son. I brought in Winston Reid, who hasn't played in almost 2 years, and he still outscored Digne. He had negative points and an own goal. So I'm hoping for some good news from Reid if he plays for the under-23s this week. To be fair to Son, I thought he was actually unlucky not to score against Liverpool. The same thing happened when he was in my team, so I know that feeling. It's really frustrating when performances don't translate into FPL points. Now Digne and Son, they combined for a total of 4 points Game Week 10. Had I kept them, and possibly Aguero, I wouldn't have moved for Sterling, who I captained this week, for 22 points. I might have captained Aguero, who came off the bench at home, for 1 point. And I would have scored probably something around 35 points instead of 52 points this week. So I'm grateful that I moved for Sterling, and I sold the players that I did. Now here's a quick review of Game Week 10, starting with the goalkeeper Nick Pope. 1 point, that was the second of 2 difficult fixtures. Now Burnley have a solid run of 3 games against opponents with a lower attacking potential. Alexander-Arnold, 1 point, started slowly against Spurs, then he came to life. He had an incredible shot from outside the box and he put in so many crosses. I think I read a ridiculous stat by Fantasy Football Hub on Twitter that Alexander-Arnold made 32 passes into the opposition penalty area Game Week 10. The next best defender, 9. Otamendi, 0 points. Didn't play despite the injury to Rodrigo. Guardiola wasn't ready to trust Stones with Otamendi after that comedy of errors building out of the back against Norwich. Otamendi is my big priority this week. The midfielders, they were excellent. Sterling, of course, he was my captain, 22 points, brilliant performance, and he was fully rested midweek in the League Cup. De Bruyne, 6 points with the assist that David Silva, he Harry Kaned that goal off his teammate. No, actually, I think he did get a touch on it. I don't think he was lying. Salah, 7 points. He played well and deserved more. Mason Mount, 5 points. Tammy Abraham, 5 points. Mount was actually subbed off around 60 minutes Game Week 9, so some managers might have moved for Hudson-Odoi, who was actually dropped to the bench. Wilson played Norwich and Watford, the 2 bottom teams in the league, and he blanked against both. Manchester United next. It makes so much sense to sell him, but with the way things have gone this season, all this inconsistency from the players, are Bournemouth going to raise their game against United? Pukki's best chance was actually when Norwich scored the consolation goal. Pukki was wide open on the left, and the player ended up taking it himself. I was screaming at the screen for him to pass. That's all right. One positive for Bournemouth and Norwich players is they're not playing midweek in the League Cup. They're going to be fully rested and prepared for Game Week 11, so there are no excuses. I actually thought of selling Wilson and Pukki for Vardy and Connolly. One problem going for Leicester and Brighton attackers is the timing with the fixtures. According to our fixture cheat sheet, Crystal Palace away Game Week 11 is red for Leicester attackers. Yes, the red cards have helped Vardy, but Leicester deserve credit for not taking their foot off the gas. Goal difference could be crucial at the end of the season. Brighton attackers, they have 1 more green fixture before their fixtures turn. Pukki and Connolly have similar scoring potential Game Week 11. Then Game Week 12, Pukki has Watford at home. Our cheat sheet showed a warning for Arsenal attackers in recent game weeks, and they've struggled. Fixtures are just one factor, form is key. So I'm keeping an open mind with Vardy if he continues to deliver. So what's the plan for Game Week 11? Simple, it's Otamendi out for Chilwell. I like his attacking potential down the left, and if Vardy continues to score, I'm hoping to get a piece of the action with an assist. I'm also using Chilwell as a differential against Soyuncu owners in the Elite 64 League. I considered a Man City defender like Mendy or Cancelo, but the timing wasn't the best with Liverpool and Chelsea after this week. I'm also reducing the risk of rotation under Guardiola. Cancelo, Kyle Walker, and Mendy could share starts at fullback, and Guardiola is not afraid to experiment with players out of position. I'm keeping a close eye on Wilson and Pukki. Their time is running out. Forwards on my watch list include Vardy, Jimenez, and Rashford. I could shake things up once again around Game Week 13, depending on performances. I'm determined to create these weekly videos. Missing just 1 week sets off a chain reaction that is hard to climb out of when creating FPL content. I can continue to share my thoughts on the players, trusting my instinct and exchanging ideas to climb up the ranks. So thank you for all the likes, subscribes, and comments. we're almost at 16,000 subscribers. So that's going to be a wrap for today. Stay tuned for the next video. I'm working on a new song, which should be ready soon. If you like my music, all my songs are free to download on the website. See the link in the description. Be sure to follow at Upper90 Studios on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, where you get an inside scoop before YouTube. And if you're brand new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe and turn on your post notifications, because this season is going to be incredible. Don't forget to subscribe to our email list and get your free fixture difficulty cheat sheet. Click the Fantasy Premier League tab at upper90studios.com. If you're on a computer, it's at the top right of the page. If you're on the phone, it's at the bottom. Thanks for watching. See you soon.